This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 27th day of February in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield is now a patient of the Caribbean Heart Institute here in Georgetown after he complained of feeling unwell. He has been undergoing a number of medical tests, and News Source understands that his doctors believe that he might have suffered a suspected heart attack after his blood pressure soared extremely high. Lowenfield reportedly visited the Georgetown Hospital yesterday before he was transferred to the Caribbean Heart Institute. News Source understands that it is unlikely that his ailment will require any major surgical procedure. However, he will remain hospitalized for another 2 days for observation purposes. Lowenfield, who is known to suffer from hypertension, had been advised by doctors recently to slow down the pace of his work and get more rest. But with possible early elections this year and several meetings of the Elections Commission, he has been hosting several meetings with his secretariat and also meeting with the Commission on a regular basis. Minister of State Joe Harmon has written to the opposition leader Barra Jagdeo on the President's behalf, inviting Mr. Jagdeo to consultations for elections. In the letter seen by News Source, Mr. Harmon informs Mr. Jagdeo that the President wishes to consult with him on the National Assembly's constitutional role in the present situation and the Getty Elections Commission's readiness and requirement for funding to enable it to conduct general and regional elections.
You'd recall some time ago that the President has always kept himself open and available to consult with the leader of the opposition on matters of national interest. Now, based on that letter which the Elections Commission sent to him, the President felt it was necessary to consult with the leader of the opposition, and so he in fact instructed me to write the leader of the opposition, which I did today, and I pointed out that the President was inviting the leader of the opposition to a consultation on the 6th of March at 1100 hours at the Ministry of the Presidency.
Additionally, Mr. Harmon told the opposition leader that the President has written to the chairman of the Getty Elections Commission, urging him to initiate arrangements for the conduct of general and regional elections and committing to supporting his request for financing those elections.
The President received a letter from the chairman of the Getty Elections Commission. In that letter, he pointed out that there was a statutory meeting of the Commission held on the 19th of February, and that the Commission made certain observations which were communicated to the President. The President, having received that letter, responded to the Chairman of the Elections Commission, indicating to the Commission that he noted the concerns which were raised in their letter, and that he has asked that the Commission stands ready to commence a consultation with him on the operational readiness of the Elections Commission to deliver credible elections.
The letter to the opposition leader was sent on the same day that the President also wrote the chairman of the Elections Commission. In the letter to Justice James Patterson, the President said government is committed to doing everything possible to ensure that the Commission is provided with the financial resources and has sufficient time to conduct credible elections. The President, in his letter to the GCOM chairman, also urged the Commission to commence preparations for the conduct of general and regional elections. More news in just a moment.
Hello, baby. Yeah.
It's knocked away from Yang Huang.
Yo, why you gotta get away from the credit, buddy? I recommend that type of job. Now, let you actually gain, but it's not you that buy back the credit when it's done. Buy back like a shit money for Fab 5.
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only $5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Wait. So who we putting as we Fab 5?
Yours.
As a luxury mechanic, I'm often asked, what gas should I use in my expensive vehicle? In other countries, you have regular and mid-grade gasoline known as 87, 89, and premium gasoline known as octane 93 to 95. For affordable, high-quality fuel, performance and high mileage, visit Guy Oil today. Choose Guy Oil Super 95. Guy Oil, we are everywhere.
Welcome back. With the Russell Bauxite Company making no move to reinstate the 61 dismissed workers and planning to fire 30 more, some of the workers and residents in the nearby Berbice River community protested today against the company by attempting to block the riverway to prevent ships from coming into the area to pick up bauxite shipments. The workers and their union have been pressing for the full reinstatement of the 61 workers who were fired by the company after they went on a one-day strike action against a 1% increase in their salaries. The government of Guyana, which owns a 10% stake in the company, has lashed out at Russell over the move and is demanding that the workers be reinstated. During a tense meeting between company officials and government officials yesterday, it was made clear by government ministers that the government was on the side of the workers and the company needed to stop being unreasonable.
Our position is one of peace, and the Labor Department and the Ministry of Social Protection is mandated by law and the Constitution to look after the rights of not only the workers but also you, and that is why we function, and that is why we are happy that you came today. But we will always have to deal with the workers' representative, and so will you, and we insist on that. There's no compromise about that. If not, we will be going against the laws of Guyana. Workers have the right and the freedom to organize, the freedom to strike, and you cannot make any moves against that. And anytime you dismiss 60 or any amount, it's merely you're sending a psychological message that you are the master of them and they dare not strike. That's the real message you're sending. The workers have a right to see things as they are, and that is when their representative come in and talk to you. And we are going to facilitate that, and we still will keep on doing that. But we will not take 1 inch back from the reinstatement of the workers, and come what may. If you want to disassemble not only your trucks, but the entire RUSAL, it's quite okay. Yes. Because our workers are paramount.
The government has indicated that Russell might be attempting to force the government to take a tougher position on the issue. Officials of the company want to hire new workers for the jobs of the workers who were fired. The government said it would not support such a move and is also not supportive of the company planning to lay off an additional 30 workers. The Guyana Bauxite and General Workers Union has now picked up support from all of the other trade unions in Guyana and has stated that it wants the government to take a much tougher and firmer position against the company. Let's tell you now that Assistant Police Commissioner David Ramnarine has submitted documents to the Guyana Police Force seeking an early retirement. The move comes as he's completing several months of leave. Mr. Ramnarine proceeded on leave last year as it became clearer and later confirmed that he was not the president's pick for police commissioner. He had served as the acting police commissioner for several months following the retirement of Commissioner Silal Posada. However, after conducting interviews and assessments, President David Granger picked Leslie James for the top cop spot and also assigned 4 new deputy police commissioners, leaving Ramnarine behind as an assistant commissioner. The president has never indicated his reason for skipping Ramnarine, but did indicate that he believes the best person got the job, someone who was unbribable. Still with police matters, the Guyana Police Force today issued a warning to those private security companies that have sirens and emergency lights attached to their vehicles, that they could face prosecution if they do not remove the unauthorized equipment from their vehicles. In a statement directed to private security companies and individuals, it was pointed out by the police force that the road traffic order specifies clearly what type of vehicles are classified as emergency vehicles. It said emergency vehicles are approved police vehicles and vehicles of the fire service. The traffic department is therefore urging all owners of security services and other persons who are guilty of having emergency equipment attached to their vehicles to have them removed or face the consequences of being prosecuted. There are a number of private security vehicles that are outfitted with sirens and emergency flashing lights. There have been reports of many of them disobeying road traffic rules, while giving the impression that they might be police emergency vehicles. Across the Region is coming up next.
Nobody on the post there. Going to do costly. Yes, it is. But I'm not
Just get a header. Oh, no, that's some save, isn't it?
Let's Bet Sports. Take your game to a whole new level. You decide. Your game, your bet type, your bet amount. Guyana Lottery Companies, Let's Bet Sports. Be part of the game.
Hey, babe. Hello? Is Don Me Credit just done? Honey, you need to switch to GTT Fab 5. Fab 5?
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only 5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Oh, yeah, like a switch. Wicked Fab 5!
Across the region right now, Chairman of CARICOM and Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis Timothy Harris has urged his fellow regional heads of government to take the necessary steps to reposition CARICOM in order to face the challenges that confronted the regional bloc. He told the opening of the CARICOM intersessional meeting that the region must harness its collective wisdom, identify the competitive strengths, and use the creativity to carve out a space for the region to thrive. Prime Minister Harris also noted that as efforts were made to reposition the regional body, CARICOM nations must also confront the iniquities being visited upon them by forging strong alliances, by strong sustained advocacy, and by cleverly using the avenues open to them to contest the unjust actions of the international community. The CARICOM chairman further indicated that innovative thinking and the collective intellectual capacity of the region were critically important if they were to achieve that goal. In Jamaica now, terror reigned in the parish of Westmoreland between midday on Monday and yesterday morning as 8 persons were killed by bloodthirsty gunmen in a murderous rampage that spanned several communities. While the carnage started on Cook Street in Savannah, Lamar shortly after 1:30 p.m. on Monday, when gunmen invaded a football field and killed an 18-year-old Eric Smith, it took its most gruesome twist shortly after 11 p.m., when men armed with rifles opened fire on patrons at a nightclub in Williamsfield, killing 3 persons and injuring 4 others. Assistant Police Commissioner Donovan Graham, who heads the police's Area 1 region, which includes Westmoreland, said additional resources have been brought into the parish as the police intend to go all out to apprehend those responsible for the spate of murders in the area. And finally, at this time, international news. Nigeria's president today defended his sweeping win of a second term as free and fair, and appealed to a common love of country as his top challenger vowed to go to court with allegations of fraud. President Muhammadu Buhari was declared the clear winner by nearly 4 million votes, as citizens of Africa's largest democracy give him another chance to tackle corruption, widespread insecurity, and an economy limping back from a rare recession. While many frustrated Nigerians had said they wanted to give someone new a try, Buhari, a former military dictator, profited from his upright reputation in an oil-rich nation wary of politicians enriching themselves instead of the people. Top opposition candidate Atiku Abubakar, a billionaire former vice president who made campaign promises to make Nigeria work again, quickly rejected the result of the elections and called it nothing more than a sham. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. Gordon Mosley reporting.